Hey you guys, welcome in. So the sun is hitting me right now, and I like it. I like the way it's hitting, especially with the title of the video. Why me? They don't want me to get the message out. Why we must work with our shadow side, okay? Why we must work with our dark side. Why? Why do they make black? Why is everything black supposed to be bad? Let's talk about it. And even when I speak about like black magic, most times when I'm saying it in a negative tone, I'm not speaking about as in black magic of our magic. I'm speaking about people doing lower vibrational shit. But it's like when it comes to that term just needs to be alleviated because black magic is not bad magic. Okay, so let's just stop using that altogether. And when we use black magic, we think about the shadow side of magic, okay? Because feminine energy is black energy, yin and yang, okay? Masculine energy is that more so light side, but that's why it's important for us to tap into that dark feminine energy because naturally that's dark energy, okay? And not even just that feminine energy, but when you break down like necromancy and how that sounds like Negro, that came from, that's where they got that from, death, Negro. But it's like, what makes that so bad? And then when we start to talk about time not being real, and if time doesn't exist, then we're existing in other realms at the same time. Do you feel what I'm saying? Okay, so these are stuff that I'm going to go really deep on the Patreon about, but I still want to bring it to you guys too. So the most common thing I like to bring up for people is like when we talk about Princess and the Frog, and then he's got friends on the other side, the shadow man, right? I have friends on the other side, okay? You probably do too, and you just need to tap into your energy, or maybe you are tapped in, tuned in, and turned up, okay? So understand that, number one, it's nothing to be scared of. And thinking about time not really being real, you may have even existed in old times. I have times where I have visions of being Native American, visions of being in Egypt, visions of being in Atlantis, a lot of different things, and very much seems real when I'm there. Like I can feel it. I'm very much there. You know what I mean? And I lucid dream often, and especially lately this year, it has been super crazy, super intense, and it's something that I really want to talk about because I know I'm not the only one. And then how I tell you guys I can see people shapeshift and things like that, and it used to just be on shrooms, but now this year, this is a spiritual year of the number 7. Okay, now this is one of those videos where if you're not, you know what I'm saying, just tune it off, turn it off. If you're not trying to go down the rabbit hole and things like that, turn this video off, okay? It may not be for you, okay? Maybe you're not ready yet, okay? Maybe you want to keep watching the mainstream content, okay? But yeah, so a lot of people were looking at, when I posted that bath, I was using the necromancy oil. And like I told you guys, a lot of the things that I do because I'm just spiritually led, right? And when I first started using that oil, I didn't really know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that exact term and what it meant. And then after a while, as I did my research, started learning about it, started using it, I had a lot of experiences. And also too, this year I'm back using it, and I feel like just combining it with this 7-year and this energy that's already going on in the atmosphere has been very, very eventful, okay? Also too, when I am on shrooms, I can see like different patterns on the walls and different hieroglyphics, things like that. So I know that this is I didn't come here to just work a job, you know what I mean, and live my life and die, like, or just run a business and be successful. No, I came here to make a change, okay? Because even people that do shrooms, a lot of people don't see that. They don't look at the walls and see patterns, and that's something that is like unique, and you can develop your gifts to be able to tap into that energy. But it was something that naturally was happening to me, and I didn't know what was going on. So as I evolve and as I learn about it, I want to tell you guys too. Now, I had another experience where I thought I seen a demon, but really it was a lower vibrational, I'm not even gonna say it was a lower vibrational entity, but it was a entity. And that's another thing I'm gonna talk about too, because if we do not tap into our shadow and we're all love and light, the shadow gonna show itself. If you are love and light, you have to reflect that shadow. You have to reflect it because you're not embodying it. So we are a reflection. So if you feel like people are always just being mean to you, or they always coming out of body, or they just get real demonic and shit, or they just get real crazy, first of all, take the word demon and demonic out of your vocabulary, okay? And understand that if you're experiencing that, that's because you're needing to tap into more of your darker energy. If you're experiencing that, you're needing to tap into your dark superpowers, your dark powers as well, okay? So that is real. That is very much so. That is something also that I will be breaking down on a Patreon deeper. But yeah, like today it was just on my spirit. Like I had to really get this out to y'all because the times that we're living in, especially with all these shifts, yes, we need to be in this high vibration of love ultimately, but we also have to know how to protect ourselves because things can come to try to astral project on us, or we can become spiritually attacked, especially when we start to know and grow. You want to make sure that you stay spiritually strapped too, and you want to make sure that you stand in your power, you stand in your ground. So yeah. Now, working with that shadow, that'll be things that we will be breaking down. Now, I will still bring some of the content on YouTube as well, but the deeper, because it's just like when you realize that it's a bigger agenda going on, you know what I mean? And you start to think about, okay, so you take religion out the picture because that was something that was brought upon us, you know, when they came and took the land. So what was going on? What were people doing before the land was taken over? What were they doing? And you think about like Native Americans and things like that. What were they doing? They wasn't doing religion. They were tuned in with the land. They was tapped in. The land healed them. They used herbs. And honestly, if I was to forecast the next 20, 50, 30, 100 years or whatever, and I don't even feel like it's going to take that long, but if I was to forecast things, I would really say like it's going to be a time where we really start to get back into more holistic things and using things from the earth and becoming more in tune with it. You know, a lot of times so many people can be so occupied with their phones, occupied with superficial things, and this year is bringing in the energy for us to really get back grounded into our spiritual practices, okay? So I recommend that you do join the Patreon because we will have retreats and things like that to help with that, but also to, like, you know, booking consultations with me, however, or doing your own research on your own as well, and just following the leads that come to your mind, whatever comes to your mind. But just think about that. Like, start to exercise that thought of what was being done. People were living, things were going on. What was being done before religion? Before these things that were taught to us as a mechanism of control, okay? And it's just what it is. And also, too, when you think about it, me being raised in a Christian home, everything that is not of God, you think, oh, it's a demon, or it's this, or it's that. But really, it's like, is this something that's really powerful, but they just don't want us to know it? Because as I evolve spiritually, I see more, and even like in this room, the only thing that makes you different from other spirits is that you're in this body where you have taste, and you have, you know, you have blood. But there are other entities and energies that are in your space right now, you know what I mean? It's nothing to be scared of, and that's not what I'm trying to do. It's nothing to be scared of. But understanding that the more that you're not scared of it, and the more that you embrace it, and you start to tap into it, also too, you want to be protected, you know what I mean? But you also want to understand that things are not what they seem, okay? Stay woke the real way, okay? And realizing that everybody does not have a soul. Everybody may have a spirit, but everybody does not have a soul, okay? So that's about it. That's all I'm going to say for right now on here, but hey, wake the fuck up, okay? Wake the fuck up and understand that we are going into times that we've never seen before, okay? And I will be dropping some of the visions and some of the things that I channel and some of the experiences that I have when I go on my trips or when I just lucid dream, and like the things that I see. Like, I've been to so many different type of places within the dream world, which is really like other realms, and it's like, wow, like we really gotta wake up. Like, we really gotta realize, like, all this stuff, this social media shit, this jobs, all this shit is distractions to keep us away from the spiritual aspect, our spirits, our true souls. Like we was talking about in my video, about, where was that at? Oh, that was on the Patreon. But I was just talking about how, even like about the flower of life, and like how it defies the barrier between soul and body. You feel me? It's deep. But yeah, y'all, I love you. Let me know if you're interested in this type of content. Also, if you want to go deeper with me on this, join the Patreon. This will be things that we discuss. You can ask questions. We can talk about it. And yeah, we can get in tune and elevate our mind, body, and spirit and souls, okay? I love you. Love yourself. Peace.